Pollution extracts a heavy toll on the economy and on people's health. Last year, 63 of the world's 100 most air polluted cities were in India, and a recent study by a US research group was an eye-opener. It claimed that all 1.3 billion residents of India live in areas where the annual average particulate pollution level exceeds the WHO safe limit. At current levels, the average Indian life expectancy is shortened by 5 years. According to a study published by The Lancet, pollution led to 2.3 million premature deaths in India in 2019, the highest in the world. Around 1.6 million of these were due to air pollution, whereas 500,000 were caused by water pollution. And against this backdrop, the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change's proposal to dilute the penal provisions in 3 laws dealing with pollution has triggered a debate. According to the ministry, the idea is to decriminalize the provisions to remove fear of imprisonment for simple violations. The government plans to scrap the provision for imprisonment for the first default, which is currently up to 5 years, but raise the penalty from 1 lakh rupees to 5 lakh, extended up to 5 crore rupees. For repeat offence, the penalty amount would be equivalent to the damage caused. Imprisonment would follow if the defaulter failed to pay both the original and additional penalty. The amendment also proposes the creation of 3 funds which will be used for the remittance to the affected parties.
I think decriminalization of these 3 acts will definitely give a loose hand to the industries, especially it will give them a way off from coming to the courts of law or avoiding any form of closure or actions like that. The big players will be the big beneficiaries. If you want to really dilute some of the penal provisions, you want to increase the penalty for some of the minor violations, I think it should be a very clearly well-defined list of things, and the range of those things should be mentioned. The future will be a mix of civil as well as criminal nature of the act, because we cannot completely decriminalize these acts.
According to Greenpeace, the economic cost of air pollution caused by burning fossil fuels in India is estimated to exceed $150 billion annually. A 2013 World Bank report puts the total cost of environmental degradation in India at about $80 billion annually, with outdoor air pollution accounting for the highest share. It is estimated that the health costs of water pollution in India amounted to about $6.7 to $8.7 billion per year. Further, a major study by CII, Dalberg and Clean Air Fund conservatively estimated the impact of air pollution on Indian businesses at $95 billion, or 3% of the country's GDP, as a result of lost productivity due to absenteeism, reduced consumer footfall and premature mortalities. The government's proposal to amend the 3 laws comes in the backdrop of a Niti Aayog funded study which estimated that from mid-2018 to mid-2021, the government lost revenue worth Rs 8,000 crore, the industry Rs 15,000 crore, and workers around Rs 500 crore of income due to 5 major environment-related judgments passed by the Supreme Court and the National Green Tribunal. The verdicts led to 16,000 job losses while adversely impacting 75,000 persons in total. The report recommended the need to equip judiciary well to balance economic and ecological interests of the country. The judgments analysed in the study include cases relating to the shutting down of Vedanta's copper smelter in Tamil Nadu, stopping the construction of Mopa Airport in Goa, and halting iron ore mining in the state. Notably, the conviction rate for violations under the 3 laws, where changes are planned to be carried out, has been low. While the number of cases reported under the 3 acts were 1,581 and 647, convictions were just 42 and 25 respectively in 2020 and 2019.
The ministry is trying to convert these laws from being a criminal law to a civil law. And I support this change. The rationale is very simple. It is impossible to prosecute and put people behind bar because of environmental degradation. The history of 50 years of environmental jurisprudence in India shows that the criminal nature of environmental law doesn't work. And frankly, it has not worked across the world. The current law, which is criminal in nature, doesn't have credible deterrence, and therefore it needs to change. Across the world, environmental laws are largely civil in nature. Exemplary fines are imposed if you are found to degrade the environment or violate any law.
Since it came to power in 2014, the NDA government has sought to establish itself as a business-friendly regime, and one of the key means by which it has tried to fulfill this agenda is loosening environment protection laws. The criminalization of environmental laws might not have worked, and industry demands should not be dismissed out of hand. But given the vast sums India loses due to the polluting of its natural resources, shouldn't protecting them really be considered an essential part of promoting overall growth?
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram and LinkedIn.
यार
मत पूछ यार,
फिर से स्टॉक्स में फंस गया।
तो स्टॉक्स के साथ बॉन्ड्स, इंश्योरेंस, गोल्ड में बैलेंस कर।
इसमें बहुत तामझाम है।
तुझे 5 पैसा नहीं पता?
अब तो सबको पता है। 5 पैसा है ऑल इन वन अकाउंट। डाउनलोड 5 पैसा नाउ।
अब तो सबको पता है। Investing made easy and rewarding with 5 Paisa. Investments in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.